Hello everyone, my name is Jin Caril Tilafamia. On behalf of MCL Hotels Travel and Tours, I would like to welcome you all to California in Arizona. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the virtual tour of California in Arizona from the comforts of your home. Please sit back, grab a drink, enjoy your meals, and make yourselves comfortable. While we're here, let's talk about California and Arizona, shall we? It all depends on whom you're talking to. Say the name California, and the first thing some will think of is the glitz of Hollywood. Or the free-spirited sophistication of San Francisco. Others will conjure up the images of magnificent natural wonders like awesome Yosemite National Park, the rolling wine country, or the majestic redwoods. California is often divided geographically into two areas, North and South, each with a distinct character. Southern California is largely desert and industrial, while Los Angeles, bordering the Pacific Ocean off its west coast, as its heart. The LA metropolitan area sprawls far south through Anaheim and north past San Fernando Valley, home of Burbank, where many of the movie studios are found. In the very south is lovely San Diego. Northern California is more forested. Its centerpiece is the port city of San Francisco. To the south are the beautiful towns of Monterey and Carmel. And to the north is the wine country of the Napa Valley and Sonoma County. Yosemite National Park is east of San Francisco near Nevada border. Northeast of San Francisco is the state capital, Sacramento. It's not, however, much of a tourist center. California is connected in the southeast to Arizona. Arizona has a stunning scenery, notably in the areas around the Grand Canyon and Sedona. A bit south of Arizona is Phoenix, the state's capital and cultural center. Off in the southeast corner is Tucson, a city heavily influenced by Native American culture. Alright, we just landed at Los Angeles International Airport with traveling time 13 hours and 15 minutes from Manila. Did you know that Los Angeles is one of the country's easiest cities to be reached by air? Most flights land at Los Angeles International Airport. If you're planning on considering other options to get here, I'll introduce you to some for additional knowledge. Burbank Airport is convenient for travelers who are staying in the San Fernando Valley or who prefer less crowded terminals. There's also John Wayne Airport in Orange County for those visiting Disneyland and other attractions in that area, and Ontario Airport east of LA. San Diego International Airport serves the most southerly part of California. Flights to Northern California are also numerous. The major gateway is San Francisco International Airport. However, many flights land at Oakland and San Jose as well. For your information, most Arizona-bound travelers will fly into Sky Harbor International Airport in Phoenix, though there's also a busy airport at Tucson. Flying time to all these destinations from the East Coast is about 5 to 6 hours. A leisurely and scenic way of reaching the area is by train. Amtrak has lines to both Los Angeles and San Francisco that can be accessed from many cities across the United States. One of the LA routes goes through Flagstaff, Arizona. Cruises access San Diego and Los Angeles and are positioning cruises from Caribbean, Acapulco, Vancouver, and Hawaii. A rich complex of highways flows into Arizona and California from neighboring states. Alright, that's it. Please grab your bags, check your belongings, and just absorb the full experience. We are just getting started. Time check, it's 7:20 p.m. We will now head to our hotel. Tomorrow we will roam around and enjoy ourselves at the locations we'll be going to. Call time is at 7 a.m. Rest well and see you tomorrow. Good morning! I hope everybody had a good rest last night and had your scrumptious meals for breakfast because we'll be needing that energy this week. Our virtual tour officially starts now. Once again, I'm your tour guide Karil, ready to assist, serve, guide, and have fun with you all throughout the trip. Now, as we wait for our tour bus, let's talk about the weather patterns of California and Arizona, shall we? Perfect! Four general climate patterns exist in California and Arizona. Coastal California, which includes the beach areas, tends to have warm but dry summers and pleasantly comfortable winters, with occasional rainstorms between November and March. Fog along the immediate coast can occur anytime, though it happens less frequently in the fall, which may be California's most pleasant season. Nights are surprisingly cool. Of course, the farther north a traveler goes up the coast towards San Francisco and beyond, the chillier the year-round temperatures become, and the greater likelihood of a fog. As Mark Twain put it, the coldest winter I've ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. The second pattern occurs in California's valleys and near coastal areas. The climate is somewhat like coastal California, but with temperatures that run 10 to 15 degrees warmer and with fog only rarely. The third pattern marks the vast flat deserts of California and Arizona. Summer, early fall, and late spring feature extremely sunny, torridly hot, and bone-dry weather. Daytime temperatures of over 100 degrees are typical. Winter is much more pleasant with warmth, sunshine, and only occasional rain. High elevation areas represent the last pattern. Cold, snowy winters with warm daytime sun and pleasantly cool to warm summers. Remember, California's ocean temperatures are chilly even in the summer. As for tourist patterns, California enjoys major tourism year-round, with a slight thinning of crowds in the fall. The Grand Canyon's peak season is summer. The desert and ski resorts have their high seasons in the winter. Rates plunge during the summer. Oh, and also, take note that one fun thing about this virtual tour is that you can pause or replay the scenes that you want to get a good look of. If you want to further analyze the weather patterns, just pause this video. Ain't that great? You know it is. Oh great, our tour bus is here. Let's get going. Okay, I'll take you around the important places of California and Arizona. First stop, Los Angeles. Los Angeles is the heart of any trip to Southern California and a magnet for millions of visitors yearly. A sprawling city of extremes, Los Angeles. It is the kind of place people either love or avoid like the plague. As befits the second largest city in the United States, the Los Angeles area brims with first-rate attractions. Theme parks, museums, beaches, nightlife, restaurants, theater, and its own brand of glitz. Among the most popular attractions are the Disneyland Resort, which is actually in Anaheim, about a half-hour drive from Los Angeles itself. It encompasses Disneyland, the granddaddy of theme parks. Disney's California Adventure, which celebrates the Golden State, and Downtown Disney, an entertainment, dining, and shopping district. Visitors could easily spend 2 days here. There are other theme parks like the Universal Studios Hollywood, Knott's Berry Farm, and Six Flags Magic Mountain. There's also Grauman's Chinese Theater, where movie stars' footprints are enriched in cement. Nearby are the Hollywood and Highline Shopping and Entertainment Center, the home of the Academy Awards and ceremonies, and the Walk of Fame, where star-shaped plaques honoring the famous are embedded in the sidewalk. There's Beverly Hills with its posh Rodeo Drive-In mansions, which can be experienced via a Star's Home Tour. Also, we have excellent museums like the LA County Museum of Art, the Offbeat Museum of Contemporary Art, and the Getty Center, perhaps the world's wealthiest museum. We can find the Queen Mary in the nearby Long Beach, which is the former ocean liner now permanently docked as a hotel and tourist attraction. Of course, we won't forget about the Venice Boardwalk with its assortment of beachside eccentric and those who come to see them. And 3 more trendy places to look, shop, and stroll: Santa Monica's 3rd Street Promenade, the Grove, and the City Walk, which adjoins Universal Studios. Various day trips can be taken from Los Angeles, many of which can be extended into longer stays. Catalina Island, 26 miles across the sea from LA, exactly as an old song said. There are beautiful coves, mountains, hiking, buffalo herds, and boat and bus tours. Big Bear and Lake Arrowhead are popular and pretty water and ski resorts in the nearby San Bernardino Mountain. A little farther out from Los Angeles and within an easy day's drive are some places that could make nice, short overnight stops of their own. Palm Springs, a fashionable desert resort. It's not quite as posh as it once was, but the resort complexes in nearby Palm Desert and Rancho Mirage are luxurious. During college spring break, it's a wild place indeed. We also have Santa Barbara, with its mission, boutiques, great ocean views, good small museums, and lovely gardens. And lastly, we have Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks with their famed towering redwood trees. Alright, that has been Los Angeles, everybody. I hope you guys had fun. Our next stop is San Diego. Welcome to San Diego. Only a couple of hours south of Los Angeles is San Diego. Though close enough for a long, tiring day trip from Los Angeles, this beautiful city with its revitalized downtown core should be seen on its own. Among its popular attractions are: first is the San Diego Zoo, one of the world's greatest zoos. Most of the animals are kept in a natural habitat surroundings, not cages. The zoo is actually just one part of Balboa Park, the city's centerpiece with lakes, gardens, and many museums. Second is the SeaWorld, one of the world's great marine life amusement parks. Close to San Diego are the San Diego Wild Animal Park, a large animal preserve with tours, and Tijuana, the Mexican city about 20 minutes away across the border from San Diego. It's rather dirty and impoverished, but bargain hunters still go there. Most daytime visitors park their cars on the US side and walk across the border to Tijuana. Phew, those locations are quite an eye candy, aren't they? You take lots of pictures? Way to go! We still have a lot to go to. Don't forget to save some for later, okay? Hello, San Francisco! As Los Angeles is to Southern California, so too is San Francisco, the hub of Central and Northern California. San Francisco has wonderful restaurants, cutting-edge nightlife, and an excellent symphony and opera. Among the attractions are: first is the Fisherman's Wharf, a lively waterfront open-air market with stalls selling that day's catch and the smells of sourdough bread permeating the air. This crowded district has excellent restaurants and interesting shops. Ghirardelli Square, a busy, fun shopping center right near the wharf that was once a chocolate factory. Several similar shopping complexes are also in the area. The Golden Gate Park, a wonderful, huge creation area with many lakes, several museums, and a beautiful Japanese tea garden. Alcatraz, the famed old prison in San Francisco Bay that the National Park Service maintains as a tourist attraction. Chinatown, with the largest number of Chinese in any area outside of China. It gets crowded, but tourists enjoy walking among the pagoda-like buildings, checking out the import shops, and eating. A few other attractions are the oddly shaped Coit Tower on Telegraph Hill, Crooked Lombard Street, and the Italian North Beach restaurant area. Several areas outside San Francisco make for great day trips. Monterey and Carmel to the south. These gorgeous towns have beautiful scenery, famous golf courses, and a lovely old mission. Monterey's aquarium is outstanding. The renowned 17-mile drive is a must-see. Muir Woods National Monument just to the north of San Francisco. This stunning park features walks among spectacular redwoods. On the way, a visitor could stop at Sausalito, a quaint waterfront town across the bay from San Francisco. Getting there offers a good opportunity to cross the Golden Gate Bridge, a world-famous landmark. There's Heart San Simeon State Historical Monument with its famous ornate castle. It's a long day trip from San Francisco, at the southerly end of the scenic Big Sur Coastal Road. It's actually closer to Santa Barbara. So, most skiers know about Lake Tahoe, a popular resort in the Nevada border, just across from Reno, Nevada. It's about a 4-hour drive from San Francisco. The Tahoe area contains a number of world-class ski resorts including Heavenly Valley, Alpine Meadows, and Squaw Valley. To the south of the lake near Yosemite is the Mammoth Mountain Dune Mountain Ski Area. That has been San Francisco. Later on, we will have a quick tour to the wine country in Yosemite National Park. Only an hour's drive north of San Francisco, Napa Valley and Sonoma County, the two biggest wine-producing regions in the United States, are commonly visited for several days on their own. The wineries have fascinating architecture, redwood forests, and lovely little shops are along the way. The wine country can be visited by car, train, or boat. The town of Castelaga is famous for its mineral springs and spas, which have attracted visitors since the 19th century. Now that was a quick tour, now was it? Now we're going to take a good look at the Yosemite National Park. Ah, there it is. What a beaut! Yosemite is one of the most beautiful locales in the world, with numerous waterfalls and such justly renowned spectacles as Half Dome and El Capitan. This is a must-visit for anyone near the area. Hey, it seems we checked off California from our list. You know what's up next? That's right, Arizona. In Arizona, we will visit Phoenix, Grand Canyon National Park, and Tucson. Stay tuned! This is Phoenix. This desert city, Arizona's capital, and its neighbor Scottsdale are surrounded by hooking mountains and are steeped in Native American history. The city has several mega resorts and all manner of Jude ranches. Phoenix is also a baseball mecca from late February to early April when major league teams train here. Its most popular attractions include the adjoining town of Scottsdale with impressive upscale art galleries, resort hotels, golf courses, and shops specializing in Native American gifts. Architectural landmarks, notably Towson West, the school created by Frank Lloyd Wright, and the Casandi Foundation, the strangely wonderful futuristic workshop of Paolo Soleri. Tours of both are available. An attractive day trip is to Sedona, famed for its astonishing red cliffs. Sedona can be accessed by driving along the scenic Verde River Valley or from Flagstaff, as part of a shorter half-day trip through spectacular Oak Creek Canyon. Not far from Sedona is Montezuma Castle, the 800-year-old ruins of an ancient North American civilization, situated in the side of a cliff. Next up, Grand Canyon National Park. This is possibly the most famous natural landmark in the United States. It's breathtaking. The South Rim, which offers the best views, is the most popular area to visit and is jam-packed in the summer. The canyon's depths can be seen by hiking, riding on a mule, flying in a helicopter or plane, or rafting on the Colorado River. Hotel accommodations in the park are somewhat limited. Most lodging is in Flagstaff. Far to the northeast are the Painted Desert and Petrified Forest National Park east of Flagstaff, and Monument Valley northeast with its ancient Native American ruins and familiar vistas. Oh, and in case this looks familiar, that's because Monument Valley appeared repeatedly in Western movies. Our last stop is in Arizona. Finally, Tucson. We're down to our last destination. Let's make the most out of this. Welcome to Tucson. The city is extremely popular in the winter for its dude ranches, resorts, and the controversial ecological sealed community Biosphere 2. Old Tucson Studios, where many westerns were shot, is just west of town. The city is also near Saguaro National Park with its giant cacti. About 100 miles southeast of Tucson is Tombstone. Here's the Old West as it must have been, complete with the legendary OK Corral, Boot Hill, and the Birdcage Theater. That, my friends, sums up our California and Arizona tour. I would like to thank you wonderful people for making this tour very worthwhile. Now let's take this time to just relax, feel the breeze, and enjoy the trip going back. Please be mindful of your belongings, keep your surroundings clean, And if there's any questions, feel free to ask. Alright? Great. Oh, you have a question? Please, go on. Good question. Probably to either Los Angeles or San Francisco and their surrounding areas. There's enough to do close by Los Angeles and San Francisco to warrant a stay of 5 to 7 days each. Tourists often want to drive the coastal road between the two cities, but it's a long distance that's better done in 2 days with a stop perhaps at Hardcastle. Return visitors may prefer to get out of the urban centers and discover the riches of the state, exploring the Southern California coastal communities or the desert for a week, or driving through the wine country in the forest land of the north. By their excursions to Yosemite and the Grand Canyon and their surrounding areas are worthwhile trips of their own. A relaxing 3 to 5 day stay in Phoenix allows visitors to get away from it all. Ooh, another question? Let's hear it! For that, 2 itineraries are common. In the first, travelers flying to Phoenix and taking a northerly route visit the Petrified Forest and the Painted Forest and/or Monument Valley, the Grand Canyon, and Sedona. They might also detour to Lake Havasu, returning to Phoenix. This itinerary would take about a week. In the second, travelers stay in Phoenix for 2 or 3 days, then head south to Tucson, Tombstone, and Saguaro National Monument. This could be done in about 6 days. And I thank you. I'm glad you asked. California offers an abundance of lodging choices. Because it's so spread out, Los Angeles has no real lodging center. There are, however, hotel clusters around the LA airport, Beverly Hills, Universal Studios, Marina del Rey, Santa Monica, Century City, West Hollywood, downtown, and the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim. The Beverly Hills Hotel with its famous bungalows is where legendary movie stars have resided. The San Diego area also boasts some excellent hotels, especially the Hotel del Coronado, an astonishing bit of wooden Victorian whimsy. Santa Barbara's Four Seasons Biltmore is a landmark. In San Francisco, hotels tend to be based at Nob Hill, Union Square, Fisherman's Wharf, and on either side of the Market Street. There are at least half dozen world-class hotels here, as well as many lesser-known gems. Yosemite has a wide range of accommodations, from hotels to tents and cabins. The Andaman Hotel is rustic yet elegant and a national landmark. For a change of pace, bed and breakfasts are popular in California, especially in the wine country. Some Arizona resorts in the north close in the winter, whereas those in the south may close during the summer months. Lodging in the Phoenix area is clustered downtown in the north of the city, near the Metro Center, as well as throughout Scottsdale. Frank Lloyd designed the luxurious Arizona Biltmore Resort. In Scottsdale is the Phoenician, a glitzy resort carved out at the side of the mountain. Grand Canyon National Park lodges include all the lodging properties within the park itself. Lastly, Tucson has a surprisingly rich collection of upscale resorts such as the Canyon Ranch and Ranches. There you have it, that sums up our possible itineraries and lodging options. For additional information, California is a good jumping-off point for the Pacific Northwest states of Oregon and Washington. It also borders Nevada and is a short flight to Las Vegas. California is a common stop for long flights to Hawaii and Asia. Both California and Arizona borders Mexico, with cruise ships heading southward from Los Angeles, Long Beach, and San Diego to Mexico's Baja Peninsula and beyond. Remember, too, that Arizona adjoins Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah, with its many national parks. Now I'm going to give you these digital leaflets. If you want to get to know more of these places and find out which will suit your likes and what will encourage you to visit California and Arizona even more, feel free to pause this video and read this. So, any concerns? Driving at times other than rush hour is usually easy, and there are buses, a subway, a growing rail system, and all sorts of city tours. The city just happens to be a melting pot of people and cultures. It's diverse, open, free-spirited, and friendly. Late fall to early spring is much better than summertime. Coastal areas are also far less smoggy. There's 50% less smog in Los Angeles than there was 2 decades ago. Well, you must know that a short drive out of the city and you can be in the desert, mountains, San Diego, or Santa Barbara, just for starters. Well, like all stereotypes, this one holds little water. Yes, San Francisco is somewhat counterculture city, but the diversity actually helps make it more interesting place. I suggest visiting in the winter, when it's more pleasant in the south. In the summer, Arizona's northern regions are cooler than the southern ones. Phoenix is a very interesting city, but its appeal is subtle and takes a while to appreciate. Tucson and Tombstone are unique attractions. I suggest touring the North Rim rather than the South Rim or going off-season. Thank you for raising your concerns. Now I'm going to show you the sales strategies of California and Arizona. Please feel free to pause the video and read this. On behalf of MCL Hotels, Travel and Tours, I'd like to thank you all for being here today and taking time to patiently listen to what I had to say. Again, I am Jun Karil Tilo Famia, your tour guide. I wish you all a blessed day.